Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Hello, I'm back. I'm really feeling energetic. I'm feeling really hyped up at the moment. I'm not sure why. I'm just feeling great, so I thought, why not switch on the camera, have a little blabber, have a little talk, and get some chat out of my system. I think it's because of the lack of socialising I've done that I just have so much to get out, because I don't really talk to many people. So with a bit of hopefully useful knowledge, experience, not sure, I'll hope to make a video. I'll try my best to make a video. Okay, so today I want to talk a bit about exercising, which is a huge part of my eating disorder and anorexia and recovery, really. So I'll give you a bit of a history of me of exercising. Don't worry, I won't give you my life story because it's not that interesting. So when I was from literally the age of 2, I was playing football because me and my dad always watched football together when we played a bit, and I played for teams. So literally through my whole life I was playing football and I was really interested in it. And then when I was 14, and I started struggling with eating disorder, I carried on playing football, but I also did every other sport under the sun at school. I ran so much, and I didn't enjoy any of it. Especially the running, I would literally absolutely hammer myself to run more, run faster. I was running so often, and I didn't even enjoy it. I got a buzz after, but that wasn't enjoyment, that was just almost relief that I'd done it for the day. And it was just it was horrid, because I'd just be I'd have planned to do, say, a shorter run, and then I would get to the end of it, I'm oh, keep going. And yeah, I'd absolutely just wear myself out, and I'd get really bad shin splinty sort of pains, and I'd still keep going, and it was just horrible. And I feel that I've done it, and I'm ugh, because I just ached everywhere, and I did so much horrible, put my body through so much horrible torture. I literally tortured it for a good sort of 9 months. I just all the time hit work, running as much as I could, push my body with as little energy as possible going in. It was absolutely awful. And there wasn't a day that I could go without it. It was just constant, and honestly I was knackered. I had no brain space for anything else because everything was so exercise orientated. I would have literally gone and done exercise in the morning, then I was at school and I couldn't focus, and I was tired of school because I was absolutely knackered myself, and yeah, it absolutely took away my life. And people would be meeting my friend, and I'm no, I'm going to go for a run, I've got to do exercise. And I obviously wouldn't say that, but that's what I'd do instead, and I'd make up an excuse, and it literally took away everything that it took away my friends, it took away my sort of school life, it just absolutely drained me. But I felt so obliged to do it, I feel like I have to. And the fact is, I didn't even feel like it was disordered, I felt that it was normal because of what you see on Instagram and wherever, and in the media in general. You just see people, it's fine that people work out all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing the norm almost. Or I'm just doing it really well, I'm just really good at this. Nobody else has got as much motivation as I have, and all of these things I was trying to make positive, but actually everyone else was enjoying their mornings or evenings, and I was just absolutely hammering myself. And it was unbelievable sort of how it doesn't seem wrong to many people. Oh my god, you run, oh my god, that's so great of you, well done, oh you're such a great runner, and blah, you're so good at blah blah blah. And honestly, it felt like that wasn't the only thing that I was good at that point. That was all I cared about. I couldn't understand why other people ran just for like enjoyment, why nobody wanted to become like a proper athlete and wanted to be incredible at it and wanted to be personal best all the time, because that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to be the fittest as possible. I wanted to be in the best form and all in the best shape. And honestly, I worked at it for a year and I didn't get what I thought I'd get out of it, which would be happiness. I was as sad as ever, I was drained as ever, I was tired as ever. Honestly, I'm sure some of you can relate that had like exercise compulsions, that it's so sad looking back at it. It's absolutely horrible, the fact that I'm just seeing myself just absolutely hammering runs and hammering hit workouts and just pure pain going through me, no enjoyment out of these workouts I was doing. I wasn't smiling as I was doing, I was just feeling pain. I just wanted it to stop, to be honest, but I couldn't almost, I had to, and there was no way out. I thought there was no sort of common sense in me that was like, this is not making you happy, it's not making you happy. Even when I was looking in the mirror, I wasn't really happy with any. I never looked at myself. Oh yeah, I'm looking great. I always wasn't good enough, and I would never have been good enough. I could have kept going for the rest of my life, and I'd have never been. I'd always wanted to be fitter and in a better shape, so I was never going to find happiness out of that. Never mind the fact that my day-to-day life was absolute torture. So here's the traumatic experience. I will never forget this day as long as I live. So it was October, maybe? It doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't matter. The month doesn't matter. Anyway, it was a month. And I went to, so I've been to the doctors because I just had no energy. I literally went to the doctors for it, and I can't see how it wasn't obvious that I was working out all the time and eating hardly anything. Anyway, they referred me to eventually to CAMS, and which I don't know if you probably won't know if you live in America, or it's basically it's the mental health thing that we have here that's free, and they have like an eating disorder department, whatever. I went to there and they're like, and I was saying what exercise that I do, and they're like, oh my god, that's crazy, basically. And they're like, okay, you have to stop. And I was like, what? I hate crying in public. I think of myself as quite like a strong person. I just broke down. I just was crying and crying and crying. And they were like, you can't do anything. You literally can't do any exercise. And I was like, what? I couldn't even comprehend it. I was like broken. It was such an insane reaction to someone saying you can't exercise. So yeah, my parents had to try and force that, which was horrible. I was doing like sit-ups in my bedroom, stupid stuff like that. I wasn't very motivated for recovery at that point. Not motivated at all. I didn't want it. I hated the idea of it. And it was really secrecy exercise and stuff like that. And yeah, my relationship with it was just awful. It just absolutely was all I only did it for results. I didn't do it for enjoyment at all. I hated it, but I thought I loved it. It was all very messed up. Yeah, so I stopped exercise, and once like I cut out the secrecy and stuff like that, which comes through my mum just basically keeping an eye on me. She had to just watch me, she had to be on patrol with me all the time, and it just stopped. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Hands down, the best thing that ever could have happened to me was just cutting out exercise. It absolutely saved my life, I think, because if I kept going down that road, I wouldn't be alive probably, because it just absolutely destroyed my mental and my physical health. So yeah, it was mental. So from my experience, cutting out exercise, if you feel like it's an addiction, is the best thing you can do. And I can't define how it is to be an addiction or whatever. The way I felt was, if someone said you can't do that can't exercise for the rest of the week, if you can't exercise tomorrow, the next day and the next day, how would you feel? And if you felt like that, you get like a reaction out of it, like really emotional or angry, or you just no, I'm definitely exercising, then that's probably an unhealthy, or it is an unhealthy relationship with exercise. healthy relationship would be an example of doing it because you truly enjoy it, and that's really hard to self-check that. But if someone said, okay, you can't do this exercise for a week, would you be okay with that? Just like if someone said, what else do I enjoy? If someone said you can't play the guitar for a week, I'll be okay. So why should it be any different with exercise if I enjoyed it? I don't want to talk about what I do too much exercise-wise at the moment, but currently we're in lockdown. So I do go for walks. That's my only form of exercise I'm doing at the moment. Yoga is also a common one that people do in recovery. I'm not relaxed enough to be a yogi. I won't say relaxed. My brain is like, it's not really, I've tried yoga, it's just, can't do that mind-body connection thing, it doesn't work for me. But I would say I enjoy walking more, with just sociably or with a podcast or something like that. I definitely don't do any running. I hate running. I'm never going to run again. If someone said £100 and tomorrow if I give you £100, you go for a run tomorrow, I wouldn't. I hate it. Hate workouts. Can't think of much things worse. So to be honest, walking's the only one I really enjoy doing, and a bit of dancing, but that's literally just dancing in my kitchen. You can't even call that exercise. Just movement. Joyful movement is the way forward. That's why people should exercise, is because they enjoy it, not because they feel like they have to or they get results out of it. I don't think. Like, you have to be sure that everyone in your treatment team knows what the deal is with exercise and all that. But if you're treatment team and you feel like you're ready for exercise, just stepping up in small increments until where you're happy. Don't feel like you have to keep stepping up. You may do a 5-minute practice and go, okay, this is nice. I'm a 5-minute yoga practice. This is nice. Okay, I'll do this maybe 2 to 3 times a week, something like that. Don't feel like you have to step up. Don't feel like you definitely shouldn't be going, okay, I'm going to step up, and the plan is to get back to running lengths. No, that's not. It's just going to get you right back to the start, and you're going to have to go through this whole process again. You're going to be unhappy again, and blah blah blah. So it's really, really difficult, the exercise, because I had a really, really strong relationship with it, and I did exercise quite a bit when I was younger, but just football really, just play football. So I've got to be really conscious of where everything's coming from, whether I can just back out by saying, yeah, I've always been sporty, because it's different. It's different. There's no doubt about it. Once you have an eating disorder, exercise is, you have to be tread carefully around it. So I think that is my video. I feel like I've talked really, really quickly, and I don't know I think I said at the end of every video, but I do want to show you something. It's the cutest thing in the world. I'll just grab you. Oh my god! Look at my little cat in her chair. Look how bougie she looks. Look how cool she looks. Look at her. She just needs like a book and some like little Harry Potter glasses. How cute is that? Okay. Ooh. Oh, I've never done this before. This is fun. So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a lovely next couple of days until I next see you. Look after yourself, stay safe, and goodbye.